Good afternoon. Welcome. Hello, everyone. This place looks great when it's a full house. Thank you so much for coming. This is the new film by Zhang Yimou, Shadow. Thank you so much for coming to this, the North American premiere screenings here at the festival. My name is Cameron Bailey. I'm the artistic director here. I'm glad to see you all here. We begin by acknowledging where we are. This is the treaty territory of the Mississaugas of the New Credit and the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, and the Huron-Wendat First Nations. They have been on this very land that we're on now for thousands of years, and we're grateful to be a part of this community. We have a prize here that we call the Grolsch People's Choice Award. You might be familiar with it. That's the award that you vote for. And do you know how to vote? Where do you go? That's great. I'm leaving now. I don't need to be here. Thank you. Big thanks to Bloom and to Perfect Village for providing us with this film. And it's such an honor to have a new film by Jiang Yu Moe at any time. He is really one of the masters, one of the legends of cinema. I first discovered his work in the late 1980s when the films that he and his colleagues in what's called the fifth generation of filmmakers from China began making films. His films including, of course, Raise the Red Lantern, Judo, The Story of Kiju, and many others began to emerge. And he graduated from the Beijing Film Academy and really transformed how we understood Chinese cinema. And he went on to a great career making films that reflected Chinese society, Chinese history, the depth of Chinese culture, but also were very human and universal stories that I think everyone could relate to because they had to do with conflicts within families or between couples or within a social structure in a village or a town. And his films have traveled the entire world. He's won awards everywhere. And then, of course, he's gone on to do other things like directing opera, like the remarkable, astounding work he did for the Beijing Olympics opening and closing ceremonies. If you saw that, just groundbreaking visuals. He has been at the festival many times, including with films like Judo and House of Flying Daggers, also Coming Home, most recently in 2014. I was able to see this film in Beijing a couple of months ago and was impressed by so many things, that just the layers of reference and allusion in the film. If you are familiar with the films of Akira Kurosawa, you will see some reference to those great works. If you're familiar with Chinese ink brush painting, you'll see in the monochromatic palette that Zhang Yimou uses, you'll see some of that as well. And if you're familiar with William Shakespeare, you'll see some of that in the court intrigue, in the first part of the film especially, before it just erupts into something quite magnificent. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I was just thrilled to see the film. I'm very glad to bring it to the festival, and I'm especially thrilled that the director is here to introduce it to you this afternoon. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Zhang Yimou.
很高兴来到多伦多电影节。4年以前我来了一次，这一次也有这样的感受，就是觉得多伦多电影节很棒，观众也很棒。
I'm very happy to be here again at TIFF. I was here 4 years ago, and I love the audience here. They are very warm, very friendly.
昨天晚上我们的电影是在这里放第一场，我看昨天都下雨，然后晚上10点多才开演。我相信电影看完都12点了，看1000多观众都没有走的，而且一直看完很热情，所以让做导演的每次看到这情况都很感动。
So last night we had our North American premiere, and it was raining the entire day. And when the film started, it was already pretty late in the evening, about 10 o'clock at night. But I saw that so many people showed up, and they saw the entire film. And it was almost after midnight after they watched the entire film. But there were just so many people and so much warmth that we felt, and I was really touched by how well the film was received by the audience.
影这部电影呢，我其实准备了很长的时间，大概剧本就做了3年多、3年半的时间做剧本，然后拍摄了也很长的时间。我们精心的拍摄了它的一个制作的整个一个制作过程，精心拍摄，然后希望给观众非常好的感受，也希望你们喜欢。
We spent a lot of time and effort on this film. We spent 3.5 years on the screenplay itself to constantly improve it and modify it. And we made the film in a meticulously artistic way. I hope that you will enjoy the movie. And thank you very much.
好，谢谢。
Thank you for being here with us today. It's a real pleasure and honor to have you here in
非常感
Toronto.
谢，非常荣幸您今天能到场。
So before starting the conversation with the audience, I'd like to ask the director Zhang Yimou a couple of questions.
那我们在接受观众提问之前呢，由我作为主持人先来问您几个问题。
So the story of Shadow is the reimagining of an epic tale from the Three Kingdoms period in Chinese history. Can you tell us why did you want to set the story in this particular time?
那么这电影讲述的这个故事呢，是由三国时期的这个故事改编的，以三国时期为背景。那您为什么以这个故事它的设定的年代在三国时期呢？
因为我很早就想拍一个关于替身的故事，所以一直在找这样的剧本。正好，朱素进，编剧朱素进写了一个三国的故事，当然他写的不是关于替身的。后来我看到了，大概5年以前看到了，然后就很喜欢它里边故事的那个结构，然后我就把那个故事拿来以后，然后又改了3年多的时间。把它变成我想要的一个替身的故事，因为它原来的故事设定就是在三国，所以我还是放在那个年代吧。
I've always wanted to make a film on the topic or on the subject of a body double, and I've been searching for a perfect story to make such kind of film. And I was originally the original the script was originally presented to me 4 or 5 years ago by a screenwriter, Zhu Su-jin. That story was set in the Three Kingdoms era, and I really liked the structure of the story. So I incorporated the idea of a body double into the story to make this film.
And also another question would be about the visual style of the film, which is stunning. And it seems to be inspired by the ink brush traditional painting technique from China. So if you can tell us about the styles and how did you...
另外这个问题就是关于这个电影的视觉效果是非常像中国的这种水墨画的风格，所以可不可以给我们再来解释一下？
对，这个因为大家都知道，我以前的电影都是这个颜色很浓郁的，大家也认为我用色彩拍电影，所以我就想变一下，给大家一个惊喜，也给我自己一个惊喜，所以把这个电影呢放在一个水墨画的一个这个美学氛围中。其实拍这种风格也很难，因为现在电脑特效很多，很容易做。你要在电脑上，你把一个彩色褪成黑白的，可能就是几秒钟，手指头动一动。但是你要真的是拍出来，不要用电脑做出来，其实你要付出很多努力。我和我的团队差不多用1年多的时间来准备， 包括这些丝绸的颜色，包括那些屏风的纱的那个质感，所有的道具、服装、化妆，所有的细节，也准备1年多的时间去摸索它那个黑白颜色的层次的反光，还有它的这种透射等等等等，有很多东西要做，所以你才可以把你真正的这个拍成这样一个东西，而不是靠电脑来完成的。
I'm fully aware that I'm known to be a film director who likes to use really rich and vibrant colors. But this time I decided to do something very different just for a change and to surprise the audience and also to surprise myself. So I decided to adopt this artistic style of Chinese ink brush painting. As you know, with the development of computer technologies with CGI, the black and white desaturated effect can be very easily achieved just within seconds. But I didn't choose to use computer technology. Instead, we decided to make the film with real objects with the desaturated color palette. So it took us a lot of work and a lot of preparation. We spent over a year simply preparing for everything we need to shoot, including picking the perfect color of the costumes, the silk used in the screen, and all the props and the makeup, etc. So we put in a lot of work to make it real. So we used all of these real objects instead of computer CGI to film this movie.
Also, so do you have questions? And before, yes, please, can I ask you to speak loudly so that everyone can hear you?
Starting here for 2 years is today very honor for me to meet you. Could you please use the Mandarin to talk with?
就是感觉非常荣幸，今天能够跟导演见面。然后，请问，张导演，您可不可以用汉语、用中文跟我们大家讲几句？
我用中文。
So she will ask the question in Chinese, and we will have translation. Yeah, sorry.
看您电影长大的，之前有过这个经历去学习电影制作，就是您的电影《活着》、大红灯笼高高挂，还有《英雄》，我都非常非常的喜欢。我觉得非常非常荣幸，今天有这个机会站在这儿和您对话。就是我想提问，您接下来想尝试什么样类型的作品？您觉得在当下咱们中国电影缺乏什么样的因素，能够让中国的电影色彩更加的壮大，让大家更能接受我们的文化？谢谢。
Okay. So the question is, I grew up watching director Zhang's films, including such To Live, Raise the Red Lantern, and Hero. So I was really amazed by all of your work, and I admire you so much. So I'm extremely honored to be here. So my question is, what are you working on next? What kind of new artistic style are you experimenting with? And what's your suggestion for improving Chinese film industry as a whole?
你这个问题其实很大啊，怎么让中国电影更好？我没法回答这么一个，我没有什么秘方啊，马上说出来中国电影就更好了。只是说，其实对我们来讲，我们都是电影从业人员，其实很简单，从每个人自己做，就是你努力的去拍好每一部作品，你认真的发挥工匠精神去拍好它。从我个人来说，我也很喜欢尝试不同的东西。比如说我来多伦多之前，我的一个新电影刚刚杀青，叫《1秒钟》，我也很喜欢那个电影。那个是另外一个故事，跟这个影是不一样的，是小人物在一个特定的时代，就等于是从劳改农场里跑出来一个犯人，他今天晚上要看一部电影。因为他自己的原因，所以那个故事就发生在那一晚上，关于看电影的一个故事。其实是我很小的时候，或者我青年时代的一个很多记忆，对于那些年代的那些胶片、那些电影，很特殊的一个故事，我很喜欢。所以刚刚拍完，在做后期，明年就可以跟大家见面。我同样是用 像拍影一样的态度来拍那新的电影，每一秒都要拍好，所以1秒钟也不简单。
Well, I think you raised a really big, a really broad question. So I cannot offer any like secret weapon to significantly like improve the Chinese film industry. But as a filmmaker myself, I like to say it takes a lot of work, a lot of effort to produce quality work. And we need to always improve ourselves and constantly strive for perfection. And I also like to try new things all the time. And as a matter of fact, before I came to Toronto, I just finished working on a new film named 1 Second. And this film is totally different from Shadow because that film is about a very just ordinary person who escaped from prison or correctional services to simply to watch a film. So it's a film about a film, and it relates to the context that I grew up as well. So I have a lot of personal personal emotions attached to it. I hope that you will enjoy this new film next year when it comes out. So all in all, I would like to say we need to strive for perfection, just no matter what we do. That's the only way to make improvements.
Yes, please.
I am the producer of a film about the Canadian Railroad, which was Sun Li's only English-speaking film. It is a pleasure to see her in this complex role of Madam. How did you choose her and her husband to star in your film?
So the question is about how did you choose Sun Li and her husband, the leading character, to play in the movie?
好，这位提问的观众呢，他是一部讲述加拿大铁路的电影的一个制片人。然后在这个电影当中，孙俪呢也参与了演出。这是他参演的唯一一部就是英文的电影。所以我想问的问题就是，您是最初如何决定由孙俪和邓超夫妇来担任任主演做这个重要的这个角色呢？
我还不知道这个事儿。孙俪的英文怎么样？她能演英文电影吗？
I didn't know that Miss Sun Li ever appeared in an English film. How was her English, by the way?
It was marvelous because she's so disciplined. She learned every line. The film is called Iron Road. I will give it to you.
他英文非常棒，因为他特别努力，他背的就是下了很多功夫，把每句台词都背得非常好。然后这部电影叫做《钢铁道路》，然后之后我会把这电影可以给您。
那他比我强，你看我还要翻译。
Then she's much better than me. I still need an interpreter.
孙俪其实是个非常好的演员。在这个电影中，因为那个演邓超。不是演那个子瑜和荆州的，这是她的丈夫邓超，所以他们是夫妻2个演。其实我觉得在演电影的过程中，孙俪可能会很分裂吧啊。妻子要跟2个丈夫演戏，2个丈夫好像还是情敌，这个也挺复杂的啊。但是他们夫妻2个都很好，演得非常好。其实这个电影你看起来像是一个男人的电影，关于权谋，关于争斗，关于生存。但我实际认为这个女性的角色非常重要。我们看电影的最后一个画面，孙俪要不要拉开这个门？拉开门要不要说出真相？很困难的一个选择。我们还看在电影中，我们用雨水，用中国的阴阳的关系来打仗，但是孙俪点破了这个打仗的方法。她说：“你必须像女人一样的扭，你才可以赢。”我们看到这个电影中，其实女性的角色非常重要，她是关键的。每次最关键的时候，都必须是她出现，来推动故事的发展。
Sun Li is definitely an outstanding actress, and she and Deng Chao are a real-life couple, and they, in this film, also portrayed a couple. Her role is very complicated because she is caught between two husbands. And so she's constantly facing the choices and as well as tensions between the two husbands, because as you can see, there is a little bit of animosity between the two husbands. And the film, it seems that is all about power struggle of men, of royalties, and about survival. However, in the film, female characters played an extremely important role. And at the end of the film, in the final scene, will Sun Li open the door or not? And will she tell the truth or not? So these are all tough choices that she has to make. Also in the film, you see a lot of rain, and the rain and water plays an important role in the film. And the yin and yang philosophy of China is also very well portrayed in the film. And her character played a key role in finding a way to counter the saber techniques of their opponent's warrior. So she designed these feminine steps or postures to counter the really masculine saber-wielding techniques. So overall, she played an extremely important role in this storyline.
Other questions? Yes, please. So the question is basically about the music, which is like amazing score, and will there be a soundtrack of this, of the score of the
首
film?
先，非常感谢您的这部精美的电影，让我对中国文化有了进一步更深的了解。我想说的是，电影当中的音乐非常吸引人，引人入胜。问一下，有没有可能会出一个专门的音乐专辑？
首先我也很喜欢电影中的音乐，这些所有电影中的音乐都是用中国最古老的乐器弹奏的，都是几千年的这个古老的乐器。而且我第一次在电影的整个故事中只使用独奏，而没有用大的乐队，就是很空灵的一种音乐。你会听到那个当，你会听到那个余音，很空灵的。因为现在电影，商业电影很多，大家都音乐用得很满，很热闹，尽量的煽情，尽量的带动观众。但我们恰巧是反着用的，用了非常空灵的音乐，全部电影全是独奏。我还是第一次这样使用音乐，所以音乐，这个我们这个作曲很有才华。我也很期待这个，听我们的制片人说，好像已经谈得差不多了，对，就是要出一个电影音乐，是吧？对。
Well, I definitely I agree with you. I also really enjoy the music in the film, and the music from this film is from Chinese traditional musical instruments of thousands of years of history. And one unique feature about the music is that each musical instrument is played solo on its own. So we didn't use any a band or anything to form to form all sorts of musical instruments, to let them all play together. So that was something that I tried for the first time ever in my film. So it's a new experiment for me. I think compared with other kinds of music used in a lot of other movies, where it's always so full and a cacophony of different sounds and so loud. Our sound effect is much more profound with lingering notes. So I think it's even more impactful in this way. And our producer just told me that we are indeed going to have a soundtrack of this film.
We only have time for one last question, so let me know.
最后一个问题。
Yeah. Yes, please.
Well, thank you so much for this film. And I was very impressed by these marvelous action sequences, as well as their powerful lines of the characters. And it gives me the impression, or my takeaway is something like, it makes me feel that life can sometimes be ludicrous or even absurd or insane sometimes. So I don't know what kind of a message you want to convey to the audience.
我也很喜欢电影中那些打斗，全部在雨中，而且用中国的阴和阳、柔和刚，一招一式都有一种诗意和古代的礼仪感，我很喜欢这种设计，给观众有不一样的感受。你先说这个啊。
Well, I personally really like these action sequences in the movie as well. A lot of them are in perennially rain-drenched exteriors, and there's the concept of yin and yang, the concept of the interplay of masculine and feminine throughout this movie. And the scenes are really poetic, so they're really unique and they stand out from the rest of the films out there.
拍这个电影想传递什么样的价值观，或者我自己想它的意义，我是这样看，就是中国每年拍大量的古装戏，很多东西都拍烂了，但是你放眼看过去，全都是帝王将相，全都是贵族，全都是宫廷，全是这样的。我是特别想在这样的一个故事中去拍一个小人物，去拍一个平民，就是平民在贵族的游戏中，他如何挣扎求生存。你看到最后，我们就会想，靖州这个人最后怎么做？他是会成为一个新的王吗？还是说他不干了，他拜拜，我回家了，我去做我的老百姓？我们不知道。但是有一点很重要，就是说他在贵族的游戏中，他最后靠自己的意志，靠自己的聪明，他把命运交到他自己手中。他只有这样子，他才能活下来，对吧？一般这样的小人物，尤其是做替身这样的小人物，在贵族的游戏中是死路一条，规律就是这样子，不可能活下来。所以他在最后，我们看到他做了这样的一个现场，他其实是把控制权交在自己手中，把命运的决定权交到自己手中，他完全可以选择。所以我自己也是想，我们甚至还想过这样一个结尾，就是他最后告别了，他走了，他觉得这不是他的世界，他厌恶了这所有的杀戮，厌恶了所有的这些争权夺利，他不是这个世界的人。尽管他的妈妈已经不在了， 但是他还是想选择回到自己的世界中。我们曾经设想过这样的一个结尾，甚至我们剧本都写出来了，但是我们最后还是一个开放的结尾，让大家去想他的选择。其实这就是我的初衷，想拍一个老百姓，拍一个平民，拍一个普通的底层人，这样在一个中国古代的一个这个故事中有一个新的样子。
Well, as to your second question about what kind of message I like to convey, I like to say that each year in China there are numerous amounts of historical dramas or films coming out from China, but almost all of them are about emperors or kings or the royalties and the power play at court. So I decided to make a film about somebody who's just a commoner, an ordinary person, and how this commoner struggles for survival when he's caught in the middle of the power play. As a body double, he was able to finally regain control of his own fate, and in the end he even had a choice. He can choose what would he do. Will he become a new king of this kingdom, or will he just forget all about it and return to his original life, original identity as a commoner? We don't know what he will choose, but what matters is that through his wit, wisdom, as well as perseverance and hard work, he was able to take control of his own life and his own destiny. And as you probably know, usually stories like this about the commoners caught in the power struggle would end very ugly, would end in death. But he lived, he created his own destiny, he created choices for his own life. Actually, we even envisioned a different ending. We envisioned that he decided that he's tired of all of the struggle of this kind of life, and he decided to pursue his original identity and an original life. We even had a script worked out towards this kind of ending, but eventually we decided to leave the audience with an open ending, which is open for different interpretations. But all in all, this film, what's unique about it is that it's about a commoner, and it's about somebody from the bottom of the society, and that's maybe a kind of message I like to convey to the audience.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.